Oh yeah, so my latest video was completely unedited and you guys seem to have enjoyed it, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It had really great feedback, which I didn't expect at all. So maybe we're gonna keep it a trend for now. I'm gonna try my best to not edit this video at all. And we're gonna use the same overlays that we created in that past video, and we're gonna enhance them a little bit. You can see like the blue spots here. I would like for them to move, first of all, maybe like, you know, a rotation coming in and out of frame. And I would like to have this kind of glossy effect when they pass behind that frame, that gray frame here. Maybe give it this like 3D look of, you know, transparency and glossiness, so it's not like clean. It's translucent basically. Anyways, let's get right into it. So we're back into OBS. If you haven't seen the other video, this is probably confusing. Go watch my the one right before this one where we set up all of that. This is all OBS Studio, no Photoshop, no external software whatsoever. And yeah, this is what we came up with. Basically like a lot of rounded rectangles to create like some sort of a clean setup, if you will. And that's our be right back. So in order to create the animation, I would like to have my circle. I'm doing gestures and you can see me. I would like to have a circle, basically do this. I need to create this animation. And believe it or not, we're going to create it inside of OBS Studio. Previous episode, I told you that we had the Move plugin installed. That's what we used. We demonstrated like some transitions with it. But today we're going to use it as an animation tool. I'm going to show you how to move sources independently around. All right. So bottom left, I'm going to go to plus here. We're going to add a new scene. And I'm going to call it circle animation. We're gonna call it circle animation right there. I'm not allowed to edit, okay? So there's gonna be a lot of this. And the first thing I'm gonna do is add a color source, and we're gonna create references for our animation. Color source here, it doesn't matter what it's called. This is a reference, as I said. Width is what we want to copy the height of, because we want a square. There you go. Boom, we're gonna press Control D to center that. And then I'm gonna duplicate it. So right click, copy, right click, duplicate. And I'm gonna change the color, make it more interesting for you guys. Probably explode your eyeballs with the colors. Let's go to filters, something else that we showed in that other video. We're gonna add a shader filter from the shader filter plugin. Load shader text from file. We're gonna look for circle. Where is it? Where are you, circle? Right there. Boom, circle. Okay. And finally, we're going to add another color source, which is actually going to be our circle. Does that make sense? Probably not. I'm looking at the camera like you could see me. I just want you to know that. I just want you to understand that. Color source. Okay, cool. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's going to be its own scene. So we're going to pick the right color. That's what we want. We also want that to be 1080 by 1080. And I'm going to copy the filters from that, well, the circle one. I'm going to right click, copy filters, right click, paste filters. Boom, look at that. And basically, I'm going to use all of this as a reference because how is it not the same size? Did I mess up somewhere already? 1080 by 1080. One 1108 by 1080. Oh my God. I'm not gonna lie, the format of not editing is great because it's extra funny for me. Okay, let's make sure that this one is 1080 by 10. Oh no. Oh no. I typed the same mistake again. 1080 by 1080, Control D, Control D, Control D. Nope, didn't mean to double click, Control D. Okay, everything is centered. All right, so I'm gonna click on my color source 3, which is the one that I actually want. And this is gonna be, everything in the background is basically going to be a reference for where I want to place it. I could place this in the middle and then, I don't know, merge it with another layer and have a rotation, right? It would be perfect. But in order to have a loop, I'd rather have 4 positions. Wait, 4 positions? No, it's going to be way more than 4 positions, actually. There's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then loop back. All right. So we're going to use this as a reference. Oh, wow. Voice crack. 295 on each side. So you can tell this is basically in the middle. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and right click on circle animation. So this is the thing with the move plugin, is that if you want to add if you want to move the sources inside of here, you kind of have to, give me a second. I'm going to find my words. What's with the voice cracks? You have to add it to either a group or a scene. All right. And then from there, you can select the sources in the group or the sources in the scene. Although right now, I'm really trying to evaluate if I want to add it in a group or whatever. Let's just add it to the scene. We'll figure the rest later. Okay. Filters. Okay, cool. Click plus. And here we're going to use move source. Again, this is from the move plugin. You need to have the move plugin installed. And I'm going to name this one actually for position 1. And we're going to go to general. We're going to select the right one, which is color source 3. Okay. We're going to scroll down and we're going to make sure, like, it's automatic, but I like to make sure that I click get transform here so it registers the current position. So even if I move it away, if I click on the little eye to activate that filter, it'll move it back. See that? Beautiful. Okay, so now all we have to do is duplicate this. Actually, you know what? Since we saw the movement was kind of fast, let's already play around with the delay. So under custom duration here, let me go 700 milliseconds. Let's move this away and pretty much evaluate how long it would take. There's also easing, meaning that it's accelerating and decelerating in multiple ways, like here. But I don't really want it to do that. Or at least I don't think I want it to do that, so that it just, boom. Since it's going to be a loop, I want it to continuously move. Does that make sense? Probably. Okay, so 700 milliseconds seems fine. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to call this 2. And we're going to move it to that corner. This I don't know why I thought having the square here would give me a good indication of where to put it relative to the square, but it really doesn't. I'm just basically trying to figure out if up top here and on the left here have like the same approximate distance. They probably don't. All right, get transform. What is, like, something is beeping outside. I don't know what it is. That cannot be a horn. There's no way. Okay, that's number 3. Also, first time trying this, so it might fail. I might realize that there's something I didn't take into account. I hope you can hear this. What kind of horn is that? Oh God, I hope it's not like emergency services or something. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Duplicate, and we're just gonna continue doing that. If I was editing this, this would be a time lapse by now because you get the gist of it. But no, you had to go watch that other video and be like, yes, Gail, please make no effort. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make no effort. We love those videos. We love when they're super, super long and you mess up a bunch of time and you'll spend 10 minutes showing something just to realize that, oh no, that doesn't work. Duplicate, get transform. Also, OBS snaps when it's hitting like the middle horizontally or vertically, so that's cool. Duplicate. Yeah, I should probably keep talking. I realized that there's not going to be any music in this video, so I can't just shut up. I can't just be like, yeah, This is the part where the music is going to take over and they're going to be vibing. You're supposed to put your own music, by the way. That's the whole thing. You put your own music. That way you can't be like, oh, I don't like the music you put, you know? All right, so now we're going to click on 1 to see what it does, and it's going to go. Maybe I do want the easing after all. Because of course it's moving in a very, very linear motion. So we can try what it's like. I believe Andy Lippy had a video on that where he managed to make like he managed to add some sort of curve. Oh yeah, it's there. So he managed to add some sort of curvature. And if I remember, it was 0.95. Pretty sure I typed 5 here. So let's go from position 2 to position 1. Like that. So 0.95 may not work for us. But this is the part where you're supposed to do this, right? You're supposed to be playing around with stuff to figure it out. When I post a video and I'm like, and now you're going to set it to 0.20. It's like, yeah, I figured that out by playing around with it. Also, kind of weird that I got it on the first try like that. Damn, I'm a genius. All right, let's just add that for everything. 0.20, 0.20, 0.20, or I can press Control A, Control C to copy it, and then just go here. Oh my God, Control A, Control V, Control A, Control V, Control A, Control V. It's all about optimizing. You're doing something that is redundant, repetitive. Find a way to make it not. Boom, boom, boom. Now let me hear you say, oh, well. All right, cool. All right. How do we make it chain and also loop? Come back to the middle, please. There you go. We're going to scroll down, all the way down, and we're going to say, hey, next move when you're done doing your little thing is the next one. So number 2. We're going to go to number 2, and we're going to say, hey, next move is going to be number 3. We're going to go to number 3. We're going to say, I'm going to continue doing that. We're going to say number 4. We're going to go to number 4. And we're going to go to number 5. I'm so sorry. And then we're going to go to number 6. And we're going to tell it, hey, number 7 is next. We're going to go to number 7. We're going to say, hey, number 8 is next. Then we're going to go to number 8. We're going to tell it number 9. Nope. We're going to say number 1. Champion. So now, if I click this, ooh, baby, I love you. Oh my God, I need copyrighted music. We have somewhat of a full circular motion, and we can get rid of those 2. Just like that. I'm pressing delete, by the way. Boom, delete, bye-bye. And instead of the circle that I have here, what is it? I have groups here. We're going to delete those groups. Boom. I'm going to go ahead and click plus. I'm going to add this as a scene, and I'm going to go find circle animation scene. And of course, that's not what I want. We're going to bring that to the background, and we're going to set it somewhere like this. Okay, goes out of frame, goes into frame. Yeah, that's pretty much what I want. You can even scale it up. Scale it up. And I'm actually going to duplicate this. I'm going to copy. I'm going to paste reference. And I'm going to place this one top left corner. Is that what I want? Yeah, pretty much. Doesn't really matter. It already looks good. You just bring in color into your screen. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put both of them in a group. Hopefully that works. I'm going to right click. So I held shift here to put them in a group. Group selected items. Call it circle group. I need to be like, I'm French, so like that's very, very normal in the French language, but When I'm speaking English, I can't stand hearing myself say all the time. And this is where this is the limit of where I thought about it, right? I would like to duplicate this group, okay? But then I would like to apply a mask to it. The mask is basically this gray frame or rounded rectangle. And then I would like to add a blur and make sure that it stays within the mask. Now, the question is, how does OBS take into account the group? Or even better, we're going to use a plugin called Source Clone, and I'm going to try to clone the group to see if it's going to be giving me like the two scenes making like this big, large out of frame thing, or if it's just going to duplicate what's visible. Okay, so the Source Clone shows as a source, I believe. I haven't used it that much. Where are you? Where are you? Source Clone right there. And Source Clone, Glossy, you name it, whatever you want, okay? Clone type source, clone circle group. Where are you? Why is there two of them? Okay, so it clones the whole thing, even what's out of frame. That's kind of a problem, but not really. Let's click OK. And as you can see, it's putting it on top here. It's not centered. It's aligned top left. Can I change anything about that? No? Okay, cool. I'm going to press Control D to center it, and hopefully it will align perfectly. It doesn't align perfectly. I don't know why. Why doesn't it align perfectly? That is peculiar. Okay, let's troubleshoot this. What is going on with this? So it actually clones the whole thing. This should hit the top here. This should hit the very bottom here. Is it just lower? I think it's just lower actually. Okay, this is gonna be weird, but I'm just gonna click and drag up. And basically visually try to match. Did I do it? Close enough, doesn't matter, but what? How did I do that? Close enough. Okay, cool. Now on top of this, I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think any of this is gonna work, but I'm gonna group this one too, group selected item, and I'm gonna call this clone group. And there are two ways, well, there's multiple ways that I can mask this, okay? I think using finite singularities, I'm hitting filter on the clone, on the group, and using finite singularities advanced mask might work. It's just, we're just gonna have the issue of sizing. Now, honestly, I could just slap those two here, like in their own scene, but I'm trying to not have two scenes for one animation. Although we might, like, if none of this work, we might have to do that. Mask effect, alpha mask, mask type, source. And the source that we want here is background color. It doesn't seem to be working at all. Wait, what? Why? Manual? Oh, what is it giving me? All right, makes no sense, but let's play around with the position. Okay, in order to like actually preview this, what I'm gonna do is turn off the actual circle group, like the actual background. I'm gonna go to circle animation, and I'm gonna add a color source just so I can see what I'm doing. So color source, boom, And let's make it this color. Bring it down. Let's go back to the start. Okay, so now we can see how much is being masked. And that's not really what we want. Also, I don't know why this is sharp when my source mask is actually rounded. We have some issues here. Let's play around with all of this. That's not normal. That's not, no, what is happening? Okay, yep, we're not gonna use this one. We're not gonna use this one. Let's just delete this. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I forgot my whole group basically consisted on those two like this. Wait, let's try again. I'm sorry. I need my conscious to be clear. I forgot like the setup. That's why I was like, wait, what is this? Okay, cool. Rectangle. Can I round the rectangle directly here? Corner radius. No way. No way. Oh, okay, I can just zoom. Then no. Wait. No, why are you modifying the source? I'm a little confused. You can tell that I haven't used this too much. 0% zoom. 0% work. Nope. Width. Well, it doesn't really matter. You can just play with the width. No, but it... I'm confused. Why is this here? This is supposed to be in the corner. How is my... Okay, zoom 1%. We got this. All right. Let's basically align the width and the height. Why am I not seeing why am I not seeing my circle here? Also, why is this? Oh, because this is not centered. Bro, okay. We got this. So everything needs to be centered on top of this going on and height going on. Height, there we go. I just need to find the right amount of zoom. Is it 100%? Is that what I'm looking for? There it is. I was just looking for 100%. Okay, cool. This is annoying because I have to find the center, but I'm going to turn on the circle group just to see if it matches. It probably doesn't. Oh, we're not far. We're not too far. Gonna turn it off, make sure I have my rounded rectangle at the right spot. The bottom doesn't line up actually. So height, wait, center, Y, and then height. Recenter mask, would that work? Not at all, I messed up. Okay, time to go by increments of 1. Play with the height, decrease it. Close enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. It should, but as long as I explain the concept to you, I think, okay, I need to see the limits here and here. Of course, it's going off. We need it to be centered. Same amount of pixels going overboard. So width should go down like this. Oh my. This has been a struggle. Okay, cool. Circle group. It doesn't align perfectly. Maybe I want this to be a little with the height. A little more. Center X. There we go. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This might look complicated, but it's not. It's really not. All right, let's delete this. The background color was just for reference. And we're left with this, which makes no sense. No sense, but it does actually. So I'm gonna drag this right on top of the background color just in case. If I want to put anything, it's gonna be on top of it basically. Go to filters again for that clone group. And this is where we want our blur. Now we're talking about yet another plugin called Composite Blur. I believe it's from Finite Singularity, not completely sure. I'm gonna test a couple things here. Adding the blur after the mask means that it's probably gonna blur overbound. Right? You can see that it's spilling out a little bit. But if I click on the top arrow here to bring it before the mask, then it only latches to that, which is pretty cool. All right. Now, in general, I'm not going to lie, blur is something that you don't really want to add within OBS because it will mess up your stuff really, really fast. Also, we can see that our mask is not perfect here. Yeah, it's pretty much the effect that we want, but we want it to be transparent, right? Because it's supposed to be translucent, which is why it's creating this blur, creates a little bit of distance. We might want to go back and clean that mask, but for now, I'm more worried about color correction. We're gonna go ahead and lower the opacity. Ooh, and there we have that glass effect. If you want to affect the color a little bit, that is something you can do. You can actually play with the hue, make it a little more towards teal when it goes behind, or even bluer, or even a little purpler, if you will. You can also play with the brightness and all that good stuff, you know. Just look up some references for glass and see what's up. But yeah, I was saying, like, try to avoid blur in general in OBS because it will mess up your CPU. But yeah, really play around with it. I think this is a cool concept. Fun fact, one thing that you could do is literally, oh, you can see it starts to lag at 24 here. And then it's back. Fun fact, if you don't want to keep this load on your computer, you can just record this as a video because OBS does recording, and then just use this as a media source and just put it on a loop. That's it. Your video is probably going to be like 5 seconds long, and it's going to be like 50 megabytes, and that's it. Instead of having like a reoccurring blur effect happening in your OBS at all times. That's all it is. I feel like I messed up a lot. If you are doing this, make sure you clean your mask a little bit better. Wait, that looked good. What the heck? Oh, it cleaned itself. So you don't even have to clean the mask. Just follow my method. It's a little complicated. It doesn't really have to be, but just like that, we created technically an animated overlay just within OBS Studio and nothing else. Let me show you my face. If I were to add it to this scene, for example, I would actually straight up delete that first circle thing, and I would just copy those two groups. So we have circle group and clone group. I'm gonna right click, copy, go back to my full thing, or right click, paste reference, because I don't think we need to duplicate anything. And we just need to set them up where we, like correctly. So clone group needs to be behind that main. I just realized my frame is different than this one. Well, let's test it. So behind background color, we're going to have one. And then on top of background color, we're going to have another. Bars. Oh, clone group is the one that goes on top. I was like, wait a second, there's no blur here. There it is. So you can see the mask is different here. So maybe don't do reference, maybe do duplicate in this case if you have a different mask. That's my bad. I should have thought of like, hey, maybe I should have, well, I'm saying mask, but I'm talking about this frame, right? The rounded rectangle. Technically, if you're doing a graphic design and you're doing overlays, you want to keep this the exact same. For example, when the Be Right Back, the Be Right Back, I swear it's going to work, okay? It's going to work because it's supposed to be the same. So I'm going to right click, I'm going to paste reference. I'm going to put my clone group right on top of my, well, whatever layers at the bottom, and then circle group at the bottom here. And there you go. You see it? You see it right there. What a mess. Anyways, thank you for watching. What's the time? 31 minutes? Not bad. Not bad. What do you think? Go follow me on Twitch. And if you enjoyed this video, please let me know in the comments. I appreciate you all for watching, especially this type of video. It's pretty low effort for me. It will take me 31 minutes to make this video. So that's amazing. And I can push out more videos that way. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Stop recording. Stop recording.